Okay, this is just an update on the Triumph Bonneville restoration. This is part 2 of our restoration video log. I've got the frame back from powder coating. Lovely job, very pleased with it. I've just started to put a few parts on. The very nice made in England decal on the front fork tubes. Also here is the grommet for the throttle cables, and the other side is for the wiring loom, and just behind is the buffers for the fuel tank. Here are the cylinder barrels. When I got the bike, there was a 750 big bore kit fitted, so I've gone back to the original barrels, the 650 barrels. I was a bit concerned just in between there on the big bore kit. It's quite a lot slimmer, and they're always prone to blow between the head gasket just there. So that's the barrels. Okay, today we're going to do a little bit of plating. I'm nickel plating. I use nickel because I find it's a lot more durable than zinc. So here we have, this is the adapters that go from the cylinder head to the carburetor, the nuts, the little tube for the balance pipe, and we've got some back wheel parts here. That's the lever that goes on the back hub, the spring, and some more parts there. So basically, all these parts, they've been media blasted with crushed glass, gets all the corrosion pits out. Then after that, I changed the crushed glass to glass bead, which closes all the pores of the material up. We'll just have a little zoom in now. Okay, so the first stage of the process is going to be to immerse the parts in what they call SP degreaser, which is a very concentrated detergent to get the last remains of the grease off. That's that stuff in there. Then this here is just a rinse, a cold water rinse. In here is pickle number 4, which is a solution, an acid solution, which will etch the material to enable the plating to bond. And in here is the plating solution. We've got 2 nickel anodes there and there, and a fish tank heater to warm the water up, and this is just a little circulator pump to keep the mixture circulating. So it's got to be between 100 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit. So we just do a quick temperature check there. 103.9, so we're perfect on that. And the last thing I have to do is to get this up to 174. That's perfect. So we'll just continue now and start the process, and I'll walk you through it. Okay, so all the parts are attached to this copper bar, which is a bit of reused copper water pipe, and we'll stay in there for 5 minutes now and give it a good clean, and then I'll remove it and I'll immerse it in the fresh water to rinse off the remains of the soap. Okay, that's been in there for 5 minutes, so we'll just give it a rinse now. This is distilled water, by the way, that I use for this. So just give that a good rinse in there, and now we'll put it in the pickle number 4, and it'll stay in there for about 15 minutes. Okay, that's been in there for 15 minutes. So we'll just take it out and give it a good rinse. And straight into the plating solution now. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to connect up the negative terminal to this, and we'll turn on our DC power source, and we'll put it back to 3. There we are, we set the current to 3 amps. So I've got a calculation. Basically what you do is you add up all the square inch area of all the parts that you're doing, and in this case it came to 40 square inches, and I've got all this equipment from a company called Caswell Canada, and if you go on their website there's a little calculator, so you put in 40 inches of area for your parts and choose nickel, which is what we're placing here, and then that gives you basically 2 amps, so I've rounded it off to 3. So this will stay in here now for about an hour and a half, and you can, if I just raise that up, you can just see on the top bit of the copper wire there, it's started plating already. So that's good, the system's working correctly. So we'll just leave that in there now for an hour and a half, and then take it out and we'll see what the results are like. Okay, so here is the finished result. I've just got this out of the plating tank, just giving it a good rinse. So we'll snip the wire off it now and take a look at it. Okay, so here is the batch completed. You can see it's come up quite nice. That's the nut for the same piece there. And all the rest are back brake parts. These are all parts for the drum. There's the little lever there for the brake linkage. So yeah, successful day's plating. That's batch 1. Batch 2 is in the plating now for an hour and a half, and there's batch 3 all wired up and ready to go. So one last thing that I have done actually is just give all the parts just a light rub down with some WD-40, because the plating solution is quite acidic, and it's just like an added safeguard just to make sure that all the plating solution is in fact neutralized. But yeah, very nifty little scheme that, and it's that kit cost me about $700 Canadian, and I've used it multiple times when I restored the Jaguar, which was the previous project to this, and saves an awful lot of money instead of sending stuff away to get it plated. So there we have it. So I'm spoking up the rear wheel this morning. Started off with all the inside spokes on this side. I put a little bit of lubrication on the ends so that it'll help to stop it getting seized at some stage in the future. So I think what I'll do now, I'll turn it over and I'll do the inside spokes on the other face. Okay, it's a few minutes later, so that's all the inside spokes fitted on the smaller side of the conical hub. So I'll turn it over now and I'll start the outside spokes on the larger side. So there we have it, that's the finished product. I've just got to true it now. So I've just taken up the slack in most of the spokes, and I've checked the gap for centralizing the rim in comparison to the hub. So yeah, we'll start breaking the front one down now. There's the front hub ready for media blasting. I'll media blast it with crushed glass, then go over it with glass bead to close all the pores of the material up, and then give it a lick of silver paint. I've also had the engine casings, the cylinder head, rocker boxes and gearbox cover vapor blasted, and they've come up looking like new actually. I'm quite pleased with that. I've also lapped these surfaces here on my surface plate and got them nice and flat, which will hopefully prevent any oil leaks.